During the summer of 2025, I once again had the pleasure of visiting the Cochrane, Ontario Snowmobile Museum and was treated to a private tour with none other than Dan Girard. Dan is one of the curators, and he gave me insight to the local snowmobiling history and some of the iconic sleds in this amazing collection. The museum is located adjacent to the Welcome Center of the polar bear habitat. Admission is free with your paid attendance to the habitat. This exhibit traces the rich journey of Cochrane's snowmobiling history from the 50s to present day. Cochrane was the site of the very first snowmobile dealership in Ontario and claims to have the best snowmobile trails in the province. The museum's members are proud of their heritage, and the museum showcases close to 100 vintage sleds and includes an archive of historic photos and unique memorabilia. This video provides an insight to one of the rarest of sleds, the iconic 1971 Allouette, known as Big Al. A one and only creation designed by the eclectic Hollywood car designer, George Barris.
For 2 years, I tried finding it. Somebody had sent me a picture of it sitting on a pallet with a plastic cover, so I was like in a warehouse. And for 2 years I tried to find it, and then I found out it was at the Museum of Science and Technology in Ottawa. They wouldn't answer my phone calls. So I was visiting my daughter, and finally one day I said to her, "Let's go. We're going down to the museum. Somebody's going to talk to me." So anyways, I got there and I gave my card and I said, "Listen, I need to talk to somebody about this Big Al. It's sitting in storage." So that's how it all started. Now, Bill Fullerton is the one that had it restored. He's the one who found it in Saskatchewan. We have some pictures here of it, the condition it was in. Bill told me that he had gone to California, and met George Barris. And George Barris still had the paint codes in his files, so he had it all restored for those missing parts. And it was in the Bombardier Museum in Valcourt, Quebec. And a new curator walked in one day and said, "Well, anything that's not Skidoo is out the door." So that's how this machine, I know that Top of the Lake Museum ended up with some other machines from there.
Over 30 machines, yes.
Over 30 machines, okay.
Yes.
So anyways, I had the pleasure of visiting 3 of the warehouses that the museum in Ottawa has, and that machine was there. So we started negotiating about bringing it here to Cochrane. So we signed a contract. It's a yearly contract. We've had it now for 7 years. It started off with a 5-year contract, and but renewed every year. And now every year in January, I have to do all the paperwork. I got to prove that we have insurance. There's insurance on the building, that the machine is covered. Also, the thing is too that they come and they check the machine. Like they send somebody.
They do. Okay.
And like the lady came here last year and checked the whole machine. But we also have some pictures of how it came and all that, so that we have also our safety net on the side, that there's no scratches, no nothing. And they want pictures every year, even though nothing changes. They still want new pictures every year, so I have to get somebody in with a good camera and take some quality pictures for them. So every January we go through that motions of renewing again the contract. I've been trying to work on them to donate it and leave it here.
Yes, absolutely wonderful addition to the Cochrane Museum.
It has been. We've been asked to bring it to the Toronto International Snowmobile Show, and no, we're first of all, just transporting it is a big thing.
Yes.
It barely fits in the back of a cube truck. and there's no way you're going to transport that on a regular trailer, you know, so yeah. We brought it here with a cube truck.
If they want to see it, come up here and pay a visit to Cochrane.
That's what we keep saying, you know, come and visit it here. It's here to enjoy. Okay, I did have a chance to speak to this young man here. It's an adult now, Bob Gasson. His dad was the gentleman that would bring it from dealership to dealership as a display back in 71, 72. And Bob remembered when his dad brought it home the first time on the trailer. It wasn't an enclosed trailer. You can see the picture that they have a glass covering, but at first it was an open trailer. And he came in late at night, but his dad woke him up in the morning and told him to come outside. And he said he remembers his dad telling him he's got to take his shoes off to get inside the machine because he didn't want him to dirty the inside of the machine, putting it and getting it on. My cousin in Thunder Bay remembers seeing it at one of the Allouette dealerships in Thunder Bay back in 71, 72. So yeah.
Terrific, terrific.
Okay, this dealership in Saskatchewan that had this, it was on posts like this in Saskatchewan. I've been to that dealership after the machine was gone, of course. So Bill Fullerton, my son, was a sales rep, and we stopped at that dealership. But of course, Bill Fullerton's the one that found it like that.
Yay, Bill.
Yeah.
A visit to the Cochrane Snowmobile Museum with a personal tour with Dan Girard. Dan is giving me some insights to some of the snowmobiles that are here at the museum. Absolutely wonderful collection. If you're in Northern Ontario, this is a must stop and have a look at the machines that are here. It's amazing and it's always a lot of fun.